Hey folks, take 3. So, the first review, I got through the entire review, and I realized I didn't hit record. So I started screaming. The wife was like, "What are you doing?" And I'm like, "I didn't hit record. Call me an idiot." I just texted Kyle and Mike. So the reason Mike isn't here, he had some stuff come up, so he couldn't record tonight. But we're gonna do some solo reviews. He's gonna do solo reviews once he's done his stuff, and I'm gonna do this, some others. So this is Treehouse's Milk Stout, 6.5%. All that is and all that ever will be. The reason this is third recording, because when I started recording the second time, I realized that the mixer wasn't actually pulling the audio in. So I'm glad I didn't get through that one. Just had video with no audio. I would have just given up and just wrote subtitles. So Treehouse's Milk Stout, 6.5%. All that is and all that ever will be. Kyle from No Hype Beer Reviews just reviewed this, and I got this. I picked this up from a buddy. Picked this up for me a couple weeks ago, and I commented on Kyle's channel, and he said, "Hey, you should review it." And I was like, "Kyle, yeah, duh. I was already planning on doing it. You don't have to tell me what to do. I don't do whatever you tell me to do. Do what I want." I'm not doing this again with the head. The head was pretty much like a finger. It was like this, dark brown. It looked very creamy, small bubbles. Your nose again. Milk chocolate. You get a little bit of the bitterness from the cacao nibs. More like a baker's cocoa, but it's still got the sweetness. Maybe from the lactose. A slight roast, not much. So cacao nibs, and it says their favorite blend of coffee was brewed for Nate's wife Lauren, their second wedding anniversary. It's a good taste. So, as I said 2 other times, for milk stout, and I've had a few of their milk stouts in the last couple weeks actually. So I'm a professional on this. I'm an expert. Right. You're an idiot, Sean. This is a very, very light mouthfeel compared to those. Compared to Miles to Go was the peanut butter, like milk with peanut butter. I had Nervous Energy. No, Human Condition. I didn't review that though. And anyways, it's just a little. It's leaves a lot to be desired for the mouthfeel for me at least. It's still pretty full, but I'm just expecting like a creamy mouthfeel. On the taste, Kyle's review said he wanted more coffee in it. And I don't know if I agree with that. I could see a variant of this with more coffee being fucking delicious, but this beer just called just a milk stout. They have single shot, which is their coffee milk stout, and it actually says coffee milk stout on it. So if this said coffee milk stout and it tastes like this, I'd probably be a little more be like, what's a coffee? But if it's just a milk stout and they added some coffee into it, it's not necessarily a coffee milk stout, I guess. Well, I guess that's coffee. Anyways, I think this is, for what it is, it's a really chocolate forward beer. And it said like happy anniversary. This is chocolate anniversary, or whatever in the description. You get the sweetened milk chocolate. You get the lactose there, but you still get that bittering. And I'm gonna see if I can re-explain this like I did before without messing it up. Have you ever taken like raw cocoa or just cocoa powder or whatever, and just like when you're making something and you put like a little bit on your finger and you put it on your tongue? It's like super bitter, does not taste like chocolate. It does, but it's almost like the cinnamon challenge. You try to be in front of the cinnamon challenge. It's like super drying. The way that this finishes, it finishes and almost feels like it just dries out, and it leaves that little bit of chocolate bitterness, like that baker's cocoa bitterness. I guess baker's cocoa is what I could have just said. Baker's cocoa. But it's really good beer. It's super tasty. It's super chocolatey. It's a really good dessert stout, and it's a really good milk stout too. It's just I wish it was a little creamier. And like Kyle said, with the addition of coffee, it would probably add some to the beer. But for what this beer is here, I really like it. I would love to see a variant with maybe a little bit more coffee. I don't know if they'd ever just do that. Maybe at an anniversary party as a one-off for a draft pour. But yeah, let me know in the comments what you think of Treehouse's All That Is and All That Ever Will Be. Their 6.5% milk stout with cacao nibs and coffee, but not coffee milk stout, Kyle. Yeah, like, comment, subscribe. Nerdsense.net, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, if those are your things. And I'm Sean. This is Nerdsense. Cheers.